Leaders often call today's environment volatile, turbulent, maybe VUCA. But inside organization, that same turbulence often gets experienced as something more personal. Chaos. Not because reality is random, but because the system has started behaving in ways that no one seems to be choosing. And that's the key idea today. Human systems can take on a life of their own. And if you don't understand how that happens, leadership will feel like guesswork. In our first chaos video, we said turbulence and uncertainty are inevitable in living systems. And when a system reaches the limits of its current structure, it starts to reorganize on its own. Today we answer the obvious question: how does the team or organization start running itself, almost as if it has its own personality? Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Broom. Welcome to a Leadership and Self-Mastery video. When I say a system takes on a life of its own, people have stopped making fresh choices. They're reacting automatically because that's what the system has trained them to do. Your team has developed habits, norms, expectations, and unspoken rules. And those rules are what's running behavior faster than any individual intention. That's a living and breathing human system. Let me make this very simple. It happens in 5 steps. Step 1, pressure shows up. Deadlines, risk, change, uncertainty, conflict. Step 2, people adapt to stay safe. They protect themselves. They don't speak up. They over-prepare, they defer upward, they avoid conflict, they want to play it safe. Step 3, the adaptation repeats, and what gets repeated becomes a habit. Step 4, those habits become norms. And now, that's just how we do things here. Step 5, those norms have become automatic. People don't even know they're following rules, they just feel what's safe and what's costly. At that point, the system is running your people. And that's what a life of its own means. And yes, when that happens, leadership has missed something important. That's not a moral failure, but it is a failure to understand human systems. Leaders rarely get taught that systems are powered by feedback loops. And a feedback loop of behavior creates a consequence, which causes that behavior to be more likely next time. Here's an example. People speak up, they get punished. People stop speaking up. People are vague. There are no consequences. The vagueness increases. The leader tightens control. People stop taking initiative. Leader tightens control more. Once a feedback loop starts, it doesn't need anyone's attention. It runs on its own. That's why systems feel magical. But they're not magical. They're very mechanical. People may say turbulence or instability, but I use the word chaos for the experience inside their organization when reactions begin reinforcing themselves and behavior starts speeding up without anyone deciding to move faster, and the team loses its ability to self-correct. Chaos is not the environment. Chaos is what it feels like inside a system that's reorganizing without a conscious hand on the wheel. Here's an example you'll recognize. A leader criticized a mistake publicly, maybe once, maybe twice. People adapt. They stop bringing early drafts. They over-prepare. They CC more people. They ask for more approvals. That reduces risk for the individual, but it slows down the whole system. The leader feels the slowdown and adds more oversight. Oversight reduces initiative. Less initiative creates more oversight. Another feedback loop has been created. No one is choosing it, but everyone is trapped in it, including the leader. Now, if external forces create new demands, new deadlines, the system can't flex. That's when leaders ask themselves, why is everything falling apart here? It's because the system has outgrown its current automatic operating rules. So here's the shift leaders must make. Stop asking, who's the problem? Why won't they be accountable? Start asking, what's being rewarded here? What's being punished here? What has become safe that is costing us so much? What feedback loop is running us? That's leading a human system. And that's how you begin to influence a system that is taking on a life of its own. Let me ask you a question worth sitting with. Where is your system operating on autopilot right now? What behaviors are normal that you would never design on purpose? And what consequences, subtle or overt, are keeping those behaviors in place? In the next video, we'll talk about what all of these things do inside a leader. Because when a system is running itself, leaders get pulled into the loop too, causing leaders to react instead of choosing, to over-control, to press for unwarranted speed, or to simply withdraw. And if you can't lead yourself, you'll end up feeding the very dynamics you're trying to change. See you in the next video, and thanks for watching. And please don't forget to like and subscribe.